It's road trip review time, and we've actually never done one of these with a double cab, so this is going to be a first.
Yeah, what do you reckon? 1,000 Ks from home?
I think let's do about 1,000 Ks. Let's head out to the coast, somewhere interesting, and we're going to do it with the new Nissan Navara. And while we're in the process of doing that, I think we're going to compare it virtually to the current double cabs on the market, because we've driven just about all of them.
Except the Amarok, which is coming soon.
Which is coming soon, so we'll get to that. So let's hop on and let's see what we come across along the way. Okay, so we're about 250 k's into our little journey here, and the sun has risen, we've got a cup of coffee in us, and this is actually the first time that I'm driving the new Nissan Navara. You did it on launch though.
That's right, yeah.
What were your thoughts?
I was suitably impressed. It maintains its beauty, a lot of style.
And I think that's probably where we should start with this comparison. Now, let's just tell you that we are going to be comparing it up against the top spec models, and that is namely the Ranger
Wildtrak,
the 3.2. We're going to compare it up against the 2.8
GD6 Hilux.
It's going to go up against the top of the range Fullback, the top of the range Triton,
Isuzu KB
300, and of course the BT-50, which is a little long in the tooth, and I don't think that's going to fare too well in this comparison. But let's start things off with styling. What's your best and worst as they're ranked?
Best, Ranger Wildtrak. I don't know, there's just something about that American barn door styling that just sticks with me. Unfortunately, just not so good as the BT-50.
Okay, now this is where I'm going to take a bit of flack, because I actually quite like the look of the BT-50. I think it's one of the nicest around there. It really stands out from the rest. So that's probably my favourite looking one. Worst, sadly, I think the Isuzu is probably the one that's falling a little shy now, starting to look a little dated. Where does the Navara stack up?
I'm going to put the Navara in second place.
Really, eh?
Yes. Because the Hilux, unfortunately, that overbite it kills it every time. And
it's not a good looking vehicle.
The KB just looks like every other KB. There's nothing that really differentiates it from the others. I'm always going to be stuck with the Triton and the Fullback. That J line on the back, and the way the front and rear sort of angle up, they're always just not going to do it for me.
You don't like the proportions of them? No. Okay. Well, I think the Navara is a good looking vehicle, and of course the Navara was one of those that was one of the first sort of stylish double cabs. It was the one that you could really be seen in town with, and it didn't look like a farm implement. I think they've retained a lot of it, but the competition has caught up. So as a result, I'm going to put this one... Yeah, I'm going to put it about third as well, I think. Because the Ranger's not a bad looker, but it loses out to the BT in my books. Another 100 Ks down. And don't worry, we're not going to do one every 100 Ks.
I would sincerely hope not.
Otherwise, this is just going to be a massively long video. Let's chat about interiors. Let's rank them once again. Favorite double cab interior?
Favorite double cab interior would have to be
Ranger Wildtrak. You like the Ranger?
I do. It just seems the interior is more car-like.
Yeah.
Where all the others, even though some of them are car-like, they always seem to come across a little bit hard-wearing, off-roady. Purposeful, yes.
Okay.
The Hilux, also very car, but they were
trimmed.
But there were certain things in there that I didn't like. If you had to ask me where the Navara is going to slot in, I'm going to say third place.
So you're giving it like a third again?
Third place, tied with Isuzu KB 300.
Okay. That's surprising, because I don't rate the Isuzu interior really highly. I still feel it's one of those that is still purposeful. Let's use it for the point of this discussion. What's the worst one for you?
Worst?
BT-50. BT-50.
Yeah.
Strange. Once
Spartan.
Again, that's a problem. And that's the struggle that I have now in trying to weigh these up, is that some of them are nicely designed, but then not a good fit or finish, or very slim and thin in its equipment.
Fiat Fullback Professional.
Correct.
It's a nice idea, but execution sadly lacking. The Navara unfortunately suffers from one of the same problems, and that is the infotainment screen and the angle at which it's presented. It's angled away from the driver, and it's also at the wrong angle, so that in certain sunlight situations you can't see a damn thing.
We had that earlier. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. For me, favourite one, I do like that Hilux. Like I said, it was well appointed, nicely trimmed, good fit and finish. Buttons, the infotainment.
The lack thereof.
Yeah, actually, yeah, the lack of buttons. It was all touch screen, sort of dragged it down a bit, and it was nice and quiet inside. It was comfortable. But I think that's the one that's probably going to stack the highest. It was the quality of the materials in the Ranger that drops it down. I like the styling of the BT-50, but then again, quality of the materials and lack of options and accessories, that also just brought it down a little bit. The Triton was pretty good, infotainment drags it down. So, you know, they've all got some pros and they've all got a couple of cons. Overall, I think the Nissan Navara is nicely trimmed, even if the plastics are a little hard wearing. Yeah, yes. Hard plastics and that. It could have been a slightly more opulent, a little more luxurious, but the design is conservative but relatively appealing. It's nice and quiet in here, and I think it's really well equipped actually. So
yeah, I've got seat heaters.
We've got seat heaters and the whole works, and even gimmicky. Take a look there in the back. It's an electric rear window. That is fantastic.
I love that thing.
So this one I'm going to put once again sort of middle rung. Couple things that let it down, like the infotainment and that's the hard plastics. It's not quite up there by the Hilux just yet. So we're about, call it 450 k's down the road, and that's given us a great chance to really get in tune with the Navara in terms of its ride. So let's move on to that one.
Let's talk about drive.
The ride, yeah. Same as last time. How
best
do you rate it amongst the competitors?
All right. I am going to say, without a doubt, that the Nissan Navara, this new one, is the best. It is the best drive by far. What is the number one malady that all double cabs suffer from?
It's the
bounce in the rear.
Bounce in the rear,
the harmonics.
The harmonics at the back.
With the new 5-link coil suspension in the rear of the Navara, they've pretty much done away with it. You are essentially driving an SUV or a car. That is how smooth this ride is. I want to say though that it isn't only that suspension in the rear, it's this engine and gearbox combination
as well. And you know what, for the first time today, I'm actually going to agree with you.
Yeah.
This, hands down, takes it in terms of overall ride. And yes, I'm going to agree with you again. It is not only the rear link, it is the combination of the engine, the gearbox, the suspension, everything together, the vibration and harshness levels, all of that is fantastic. Under the hood here, 2.3 litre turbo diesel, 140 kilowatts, 450 newton meters. And it is a peach. It really is fantastic.
It's not so much the combination as much as how it delivers that power.
Very much so.
1,500 RPM starting point, and it just sits there. It coasts. You have all of that power from so low down in the range that just makes this so silky smooth.
It does. There are slightly more refined motors, and I'm going to give the most refined motor,
your baby,
to the Triton, and the least to the bit of a toss-up between the Isuzu and the BT. Sadly, the BT is not winning any favours here, but this one is very, very good. And when it comes all together to form that ride and that drive, I think it's a great, great package, this one.
I can interject there, and I know that I've been scoring the Ranger pretty high, but on this one, the Ranger is the bottom of the list. As far as the package goes, the Ranger has a lot on the visual side, but then is so severely let down by the drivetrain and the bounce, and it's just Probably out of all of them, probably my least favorite drive.
The supermodel that can't string a sentence together.
Yes.
Yeah. Now this one's got a little bit of brains and brawn, and let's see how it goes. I want to see what the fuel consumption is going to be like. We're returning 8.1 litres per 100 here. Very, very respectable. We're sitting at usual highway speeds. Let's see how things go. So, there we go.
Well, we haven't exactly hit the coast yet, but we have found a very large body of water.
This is, of course, Gerib Dam, and the beautiful Gerib Dam wall, a fantastic gravity arch design, testament to mankind's engineering and advancements in technology. And the Navara is very much like that. It really has advanced the double cab sector. So,
right.
Rank them.
Well, I'm going to upset a lot of people when I say this, and I'm not just saying this for the sake of saying it, the Navara has dethroned Hilux. The Ranger is coming in at a solid third, but the Triton is nipping at its heels. The Isuzu KB is the most capable, but sadly lacking in a little bit of refinement. And the bottom of the list is going to be your BT-50 and Fiat Fullback Professional.
Yeah. And
I'm going to exclude the Chinese manufacturers.
Yes, we're going to exclude those because those are purely workhorses. But you know what, I'm inclined to agree with you. I'm going to take brand bias out of the way, as well as theft risk and potential resale in that, which we know that Toyota does really well with. And I'm going to say as an overall package, the Navara is the one that I'd put my money on. Hilux is going to come second to that. And after that, well, Triton, Ranger, very much along those lines.
Well, that is shocking because for the first time in a long time, we're actually agreeing on
something. That is strange. Now, we'd like to hear what you guys think about the rankings. How would you rank them? And of course, the one that we haven't mentioned here is the one that we're yet to test. And look out for that one.
Because it's coming. I am actually looking forward to it because I do think that it is going to throw the cat amongst the pigeons.
It is. And we are, of course, talking about the VW Amarok. So stay tuned for that video coming soon.